Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, I had another tier list just waiting. And this is the World Heavyweight Championship, which is my opinion. So let's get it crack-a-lacking here in a few minutes. Gonna wait a couple seconds, see if I can get people in, and we'll go from there. We'll see who all joins and who wants to see the tier list. Give it another few seconds. All right, let's see. Okay. So this is the World Heavyweight Championships, champions, not championships, which is, another interesting set of group here. And we're going to get started with Randy Orton right off the back, which I think is a good way to see what we got going on. All right. So with Randy Orton, let's see. Randy Orton with this belt. He was the youngest world champion. He got kicked out of Evolution because of it. Like I said, I think of him with WWE Championship, so I'm going to put him in an A tier. Held it long. He held it, I think, for a decently amount of time. Like I said, he got kicked out of Evolution. I thought, was pretty good at what he did, and he was the youngest world champion. And yeah, I enjoyed Randy Orton a lot. Now we got Chris Jericho, a guy that never won the WWE championship. I cannot talk today, which I thought is very interesting. But Jericho had a couple runs. I think he had 4 or 5. I remember him beating Edge at Mania with one of those runs. Another A guy. I thought he was pretty good as well. Nothing like, he had good title runs. He had really good matches, and it's Jericho, the Ayatollah of rock and rolla. But yeah, I appreciated Jericho's run and everything. Yeah, pretty good. Mark Henry. I'm gonna give Mark Henry a C. Reason why I'm giving Mark Henry a C, because I didn't care for his title run that much, but I'm not gonna disrespect him and put him in F or D. He had a good title run. He beat that boy right there for it. He beat Randy Orton, and I believe he beat Daniel Bryan. He beat Big Show. He beat a whole bunch of people that lined up for him. But then he beat Big Show, and Big Show kind of turned more aggressive and beat the ever living garbage out of him. And then Daniel Bryan cashed in, and we had a weird triple threat with Henry, Big Show, and Daniel Bryan, which was a weird one, but I appreciate it. Next up, Daniel Bryan. I give him a B. I don't remember much with his world title runs. He was okay. I remember him losing to Sheamus in like 13 seconds or something like that. It was crazy. But overall, I think he had a decent run. I think he held it twice, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, he had a decent run. If you don't put this man in S tier for all the titles he wins, besides the mid cards, because you don't really remember a lot of it, but definitely his world and WWE championship runs, phenomenal. I remember when he lost the WWE championship and got into the world heavyweight championship just to freaking win it. That was the most evilest thing I think I've ever seen in my life. And it was so good. I loved every second of it. And it was amazing. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed his title reign. Really did. Um, I don't. I think I remember Big Show holding it a couple times, but I don't remember much. So again, I'm gonna give him a C. Don't really remember much. Again, I don't. D and F are for like people who I just don't really care about. I guess you could say. Um, I just don't remember much of a Big Show. I really don't. As painful, as hard as sad as that to say, I don't remember much. I remember him beating Henry for it. I remember him, I think, beating Bryan for it. I think when he was a heel, and he was, God, I hated him as a heel. But Kurt Angle was another good one. Solid A for me. Again, Kurt Angle had some bangers. I think of him with the Undisputed Championship a little bit more than the World, because I remember that classic match at WrestleMania with him and Lesnar, where Lesnar almost freaking died. Xbox, get the frick out of here, man. I gotta freaking mute those notifications. Um, again, Kurt was really good. I just don't remember much with his title runs. That's the sad thing because I was young and I didn't watch wrestling that much when I was younger. Wanted to, just couldn't figure it out. But Kurt was good. Kurt was good. Sheamus, he held it I think 3 or 4 times, I believe. Um, I'll put him at A. I'm not gonna put him at S because what he did to what happened with Daniel Bryan. I know that they could have had a banger, but then fucking Vince decided to pull that BS. But yeah, definitely an A. Definitely an A. I remember having wars with Big Show, Henry, Orton. Who else did he fight a lot? I think he fought Ziggler maybe once. Um, it was he was good. He was good. I like Sheamus. Sean, bro, I don't even. I'm not gonna. I'm definitely not gonna put Sean. I'm gonna put Sean at B. But all I remember Sean is winning it in the elimination chamber match, and that was it. I don't ever remember him doing anything else. But I like Sean winning it at the chamber because it solidified him as that guy again. Because I think he came back and they weren't sure if he was good, but he proved them wrong. Oh, excuse me. Long day. Next up is the guy I didn't put an S for WWE Championship, but I'm going to put him S in this because he freaking, again, when I think of the World Heavyweight Champion, I think of Batista. And again, Batista was freaking amazing with that belt. Him and Edge and another one we'll get to. Let me see, there's like two, maybe three more S tiers in my opinion when it comes to the World Heavyweight Championship. Maybe four. I gotta think. But Batista, man, when you thought of that, when you thought of a World Heavyweight Champion, you thought of Batista. You thought of this big bad man. He beat Triple H for it. He was just, he was so good. And like freaking Batista when he held that title. That's why in my opinion, he's freaking an S tier up here for this title because he just you thought of that title with Batista and Triple H. Um, I'll just do that real quick because we all know he was so what why Vince why did you do this? Why did you make us suffer through this man when he could barely walk? He could barely do anything, and his finisher was a chop, which did look brutal, but it was just a chop to the head. Yeah, just not good. He was not good at all. Um, No, he don't. I don't remember much of Goldberg. I remember him beating Triple H at, I want to say Vengeance or Bad Blood for that title because Triple H beat him in the chamber. Because Triple H used the sledgehammer and, Goldberg getting pinned was kind of unreal. So he won the belt off of Triple H the next pay-per-view or somewhere in between like that. I don't remember much of his run, I'll be honest. But I'm not going to disrespect Goldberg because he is a legend. He is a Hall of Famer. As much as I despise him trying to wrestle nowadays when he almost got himself and Undertaker killed and multiple other people. He wasn't as bad as Khali, but does anyone remember this man ever doing anything good with this title? And I was watching that time, and I can tell you, I don't remember a daggone thing with this man with this title. I remember him cashing in on Jericho. That was it. And I think he had a feud with Edge, and I think he beat Edge. I'm not 100% sure. Because Cena, that guy, didn't want to put the belt. He didn't want him to cash in on. Cena didn't want him to cash in on him, on Cena, on him. And Swagger then cashed in on Jericho, which I don't understand why Cena didn't want to do it. Now, this dude as world champion was definitely an A tier. He had I think he held it like 4 or 5 times, and he had the way he would lose it though every time. It was just bad. He cashed in on Jeff, and he cashed in, I believe, on Edge. If I'm not 100%, yeah, he cashed in on Edge. So he cashed in on Edge and Jeff, and it was good. He had good runs. But I remember him losing the freaking Taker because apparently Taker didn't like the way he dressed in his mouth, and I was just kind of like, ooh, that's one person you don't want to make mad is Taker. Apparently, the rumors, but he still did good. I like Punk's world championship. Do I gotta say more with this? Do I have to say anything? It's Triple H, the reign of terror, the man who never lost the title, it felt like, and he pretty much just held that title like it was his child. And yeah, he did. And it was good. A lot of looking back on it. Now, I don't really remember much because it was before I started watching a lot, but I know the terror. Everyone's like the Triple H reign of terror is like the Roman Reigns reign of terror. But, it is what it is. I like the H. Ziggler, definitely a B. I don't remember much because I believe he got concussed. He had a concussion or something. I remember him cashing in and beating, I think it was Del Rio for it. And then Del Rio getting it like right back because he got a concussion. And I was like, oh, well, that kind of sucks. But Ziggler deserves another world title or WWE. He deserves a WWE championship, in my opinion. Dude works his butt off. The dude's a workhorse. Dude's really good. And I appreciate Ziggler a lot. I'm going to skip that guy. Christian, another B because they just didn't give him the time or the resources for it. Like they just, Edge is retiring, let's give him to Christian. And then he just lost it within like, I would say like a month or not even a month, probably like a week. And I did like how he did win it back when he made Orton get himself disqualified and he won it that way. But other than that, he had like 2 runs with it. They were kind of just meh. But I still give him a B because I can remember his runs more than I can remember them 3 runs. And his runs, Khali's runs sucked. Swagger's was forgettable. I remember a little bit of freaking Henry's and Big Show's. I don't remember anything with Goldberg. I don't know how long he held it, but it is Goldberg. So, Cena, definitely an A tier. Dude held it, I think, 4 or 5 times. And, I remember when he held it going into WrestleMania. No, he didn't hold it at WrestleMania. He won it at WrestleMania. And he freaking picked up freaking Edge and Big Show. And it was like, holy crap. That's impressive. And he had good. I believe he beat Khali for it too. So it's Cena. You know what you're gonna get. Um, I do like it. I did like that run though. After the one after he beat Edge and Big Show for it. Even though it was like right after, it was like Extreme Rules or maybe yeah, it was Extreme Rules. He freaking lost to Edge. I was like, okay, weird. Ray, another A to me because he won it after Eddie died, and they pretty much gave it to him because of Eddie, and you know he did deserve it. I'm not gonna sit there and lie. I think he won it twice. He won it after he won the Rumble. He won that triple threat with Orton and Kurt, and that triple threat was such a good match. And he won it again. I can't remember against who, but he deserves, I think, another world championship or WWE championship again, one last time before he goes. And he's good. Ray is another underrated person in my opinion. Next up, we get Jeff Hardy, and again, he's going in S tier because of just how much you thought of Jeff when he won those titles. When he won the WWE Championship, everyone was in love. When he won the World Heavyweight Championship like two or three times, everyone loved it, and it was just so amazing, and everyone loved it, and it was just like, oh my god, yes, this, just keep giving him the title, and people are gonna be happy. And people were, and it was just good. I remember him losing it to Edge, losing it to Punk through a cash in. I remember him beating Punk in a ladder match. And I remember, I remember a lot with Hardy. I remember him losing more than him winning it. But Hardy, again, was another one that just, you can't just deny his run with it. I don't even need to go into detail. His title runs were boring. Him as a person is terrible. What he did with the Page and some other people, I know innocent until proven guilty, but he's a scumbag. Don't care for him. Don't care for his title runs. Didn't care for his character. Didn't care for the dude. Dare I have to say anything? It's The Undertaker. It's the guy who, again, when you think World Championship, you think of Batista, Triple H, Edge, Jeff, Taker. You think of them. You could throw in Jericho in there maybe, and you can throw in Cena probably too. But you mainly think of these guys when you think of that belt. You definitely think of H, and you definitely think of Batista. But people be like, oh yeah, Edge, Jeff, Taker. Taker's like the big one that comes to mind because it's Taker. It's Undertaker. What else do I gotta say? It's the dead man, the man who pretty much was just amazing to watch, and I'm still salty I didn't get to see him live when I could have. Booker T, he was another A in my opinion. With the whole King gimmick, he feuded with Batista for a while. I think he lost it to Batista too. Again, just seeing Booker hold it. He held the WCW like 5 times. So again, him having it was really good. But again, they missed the ball with him and Triple H. If you know that WrestleMania, it was weird. I don't know what to do with Benoit. I really don't. Because I don't remember his title reign, and I call this dude a dumpster fire, but so is Benoit for what he did. And I don't want to just throw him in to F because of that, but at the same time, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to throw him in F because of what he did, everything he's done. Great wrestler. Just why? Just why? Kane. I don't remember his title run. I remember the one he had with Ray when he won it because he cashed in on Ray. And he feuded with Taker for a while with it. I think Edge beat him for it. That's all I remember with Kane. Nothing too spectacular, nothing too amazing. Just there. But yeah, this is my World Heavyweight Championship tier list. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Where would you switch some things around? I know probably a lot of people would probably put Jericho in S, possibly even Orton. Maybe some people would put H down low because of his reign of terror. But yeah, just let me know what y'all would do. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. See you.